A little Jaguar project going on here. The Jag went ahead and picked up that engine and finished. We're dropping that in real quick. What a beast right there. Nice little car. Nice little wrap around. First things first, we're gonna remove. I started loosening these already. We're gonna loosen that. Loosen this bad boy here. We're gonna go right here. If you look right here in the throttle, we're gonna loosen that. Pull down there to get this off. Then we're gonna take off the cooling system. Remove that. After we remove the cooling system, we need to go back here and we gotta take this cowl off. The cowl has to come off. After that cowl come off, then we got to start disconnecting the lines right here. We got these lines because this is the supercharger. We're going to go ahead and disconnect the lines going into the supercharger. And then after that, we'll head on out just for fun. But if it ain't fun, we born. Notorious for breaking at the water pump. You gotta be extremely careful when removing this one right here. Take off. Got that off. Getting the coolant system off now. Undid the coolant nozzles. It's going to the supercharger. Took off the wire harness. Going to the computer. About to set that on the engine. Gotta disconnect the engine mounts. Disconnect the transmission bell housing. That's it. The wire harness on the engine and yank it. Alright. Got the car jacked up. Got everything out. Disconnected the AC line. I disconnected the lower AC line. That was right here on the side with the AC compressor. There was a negative wire that was right here, connected right here, which is with a 10 millimeter. Disconnected that. From the outside right here, I disconnected the 2 fuel lines. From the bottom, which is I'm gonna go down there and show you guys, but these are the oxygen sensors for the bottom, the wire harness, because I disconnected the wire harness and pulled it up from the bottom of the transmission bell housing. I unbolted the bolts to the bell housing right behind here, behind the engine. I reached back there and unbolted the bolts for the bell housing. I turned the crank and opened up the access, because there's a small little access hole on the side of the engine block where I was able to access inside the engine block, where I was able to access the torque converter bolts. I'm unloosening this cross member bracket right here so I could take this wire harness loom out. I disconnected this hose right here, which I believe goes to for the vacuum boost. Disconnected this hose right here. Disconnected the lines, coolant lines going into the supercharger. I took all of this stuff out, which is the coolant components of the radiator, coolant fan, and all the hoses that was associated with that. Right down here, there was a hard vacuum line that goes from here. I went all the way up. I took that out. Now it's time to yank the engine. If we go on the bottom though, so I can show you guys a little bit what's going on the bottom. If you look right here, the transmission and the engine is already split. This is the wire harness I disconnected. Everything disconnected from the transmission, full wire harness. It's the other side, the exhaust flange. See the exhaust flange is disconnected on both sides. Yeah, so she's ready to come out. And over here, the bottom right here, there's a bolt right here. It's the power wire going to the battery that's in the truck. And it goes right here to the starter and to the alternator. So that I have to disconnect also. And now for a moment and choose. Pull the engine out. Because if it ain't born, it's born.
You feel like rain in the morning, giving me mixed emotions. And it's too much sometimes, mix the potion. Mix it up, girl, put it in motion. Are you burning
Yeah, buddy.
You feel like rain in the
Okay,
morning,
buddy.
giving me mixed emotions. And it's too much sometimes, mix the potion. Mix it up, girl, put it in motion. Are you burning or dying? There's no compromising.